watching a movie today?
No.
Oh.
When you have my attendance, you wanna just?
Got it, I'm all over
Okay,
for
you
you.
got that, and I'll start with that.
This was on the desk.
Okay. Hi, Des. Welcome back, honey. It's nice to see you.
Oh.
Okay.
Puppy.
Max? I know. Alright. For our latecomers, Mr. Ringland already took attendance for me, so we're good.
Yep,
Okay.
we're missing Manny
Manny
and Hez
and Hez.
and Ashley.
Okay, I just wanna make sure I have them down to give them whatever I need to give them at the end of the period. And say for them. Okay, guys. Thank you. We're gonna be moving into part of American history now when, hi Marilyn.
Oh, Marilyn.
We shall
Can I see your pass?
I took your desk, I'm sorry. You have to move it in there. Okay. Okay. We're gonna make a jump now, guys. We're gonna be moving into a part of American history when the North and the South, along with the West, faced, certain crises. So before we get to that, I wanted to just divide the class in half. And it's right with you, honey. So you can either go with Marilyn, Zach, and Max, or you can go with Des, Courtney, and
Just come with me.
okay? All right. What I want you to do, I know, but it's, sometimes we just have to get up and move and visit with a friend and put our Pop-Tarts away until we're done. Just put it on the side, you can have it, I'm not worried about that. Yes. Come on, guys.
Oh, guess how you doing?
Somebody's gonna have to work with Max to keep
That's
it away.
right, somebody, I know, whoever it is.
I have
Cell phone match, we need
I need 2 sections, is what I need. I must have 2 sections, so it's only going to be for like 10 minutes, so. I need 2 sections, thank you very much, all right. I need someone who's going to write, and all of you who are going to talk. So piece of paper and a pencil. All right, I have a writer and a talker. Jess, honey, do you want to join the group? Honey, join the group, honey. I know you weren't here, so if you want to just hang with them, and I know you weren't here for a couple days, but what we're going to do today is kind of a nice little collaborative effort. Zach, you can move a little closer. Just going to ask you a question. All right, you don't want to give it that time. That's fine with me. Marilyn has the pen and paper. Okay.
The only thing I'm moving is the chair, not the desk.
Okay. I have a sentence up on the board. This is the first thing I want you to do, to discuss this.
Wow.
A house divided against itself cannot stand. I would like you to just talk among your group and let me know what you think about that statement. Keep in mind what you have been doing in English the past 7 weeks. We have been doing the Common Core module about the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln stated, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." What do you think? I want you to tell me what you think they were divided against. Just give me a little interpretation of this quote. Do one more thing. Zach, what do you think? How proud? What do you think that means? A house divided against itself cannot stand. No wrong answers.
I know that has to do with something about the government.
It could be. You can interpret for me in this venue of what we're talking about. A house divided against itself cannot stand. And then I'm going to collect these and look at them, and then I'll go back to it. I want to see how well we're working together as a group, which you are.
Yeah.
You have Nita's writing. Des, thank you for participating. A house divided against itself. Think about your own house being divided, or school, or yes, it does. Yeah.
Our families
Definitely listen. 2 countries are
Max, thank you. What are we doing? We're just looking at this quote. like,
Two countries.
20 minutes on a
oh,
phone.
no, 5 minutes, because then we're gonna go to something else.
Well,
It's all linked together. Don't talk too fast, Lucas, you can't write that.
there was a.
I'll give you 2 more
Each other
minutes.
can't work well together.
A house divided against itself cannot stand.
I like that too.
You can substitute anything else. Something. But what about the government? The house, if something's divided against itself and it cannot stand.
wasn't that, it was
well,
like two people talking at the same
thank you,
time.
Max.
Yep.
See?
You got
That's
it.
it. That's it. Or we can use our turn the question around deal from English, you know? Yes, you did.
I said
You
that. They didn't
did.
listen to me.
I didn't listen to you, I'm sorry.
Do we not bring English into social studies?
We're bringing everything in
I
this
don't
one.
know.
Here.
Nice shoes, Tiffany.
Did you write that down? Yes.
Okay. And that's a lovely button.
Okay. All right. Where the heck?
I had an asthma attack and had to go to the hospital.
Glad you're feeling better. We're glad to see you back. Really, we are. Okay?
I saw my doctor last week on Thursday and scribbed the crap out of her.
Well, I hope not.
What's wrong? Looks like you have.
How's that, guys? Did you kind of run through your gamut of ideas? It looks good. It looked like you worked good together. You did. You mentioned government. You mentioned if a house fell, it would not stand, it would fail. And if we're talking about government, if we're not together and if we're not on the same page. Bye-bye. Alright. Okay. On that same page, I'm glad that I see you. Lucas, eating that Pop-Tart I think helped. Gave you a lot of energy.
Just like
I
you
think
You had a
it's
lot of,
different.
you had a lot of, right, you had a lot of suggestions.
the Pop Tarts is substitute for them.
Now, I have another word on the board here. Guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have another word on the board here, compromise.
I mean, monkeys.
Okay, compromise, and I looked it up in the dictionary for you, and it says a settlement of differences in which each side makes concessions. Do you know what a concession is? I looked up concession. Concession is the act of conceding. I had to look up conceding. It means to acknowledge or accept something to be true, although reluctantly. You have differences.
Thank you.
You have differences on each side, but you are going to make concessions to make whatever it is that you're differing about acceptable. With that definition, I'm now going to ask you to list any types of decisions that you might find it easy to compromise on with your friends. Where to go to lunch, what movie to go to. List some compromises and some decisions that you think are easy to compromise on with your friends or with your parents or with us. Like, I just threw a couple out there, like, you know, what movie to see at night, what video to go to, what game to watch on TV. Those might be easy compromises.
Not everything I talk about, but it always ends up in an argument.
Oh, no compromises there, Lucas, huh? It sounds like you might be finding things that are harder to compromise on. You can list those too. Sounds like Lucas has some things that are much more difficult to compromise on.
My family.
Matt,
I got
I will
My
ask you.
sisters.
Marilyn's got it going on here.
No,
Matt,
doesn't
there are
matter.
some things that you
You
don't
know, in
like
my
to do.
family, if you're going out anywhere, it's a compromise.
Everything? Do you compromise on anything?
Who's gonna drive?
Do you come to an agreement?
I don't compromise
Do you concede?
I tell my mom,
And
I'm going
give
this
in
place,
ever?
this time, I'll be going here. Yeah. I'll be at this place.
Maybe,
I'll
if
be
it
at this
suits
time.
you?
No, it's just like,
Would you concede? If
I
it suited the
don't
other
know.
person in,
My
you
mother
couldn't
was
give in
rubbing
and
down.
make a deal?
Pays us.
If it pays off.
Good.
Okay, that looks
We're gonna
good.
end up with food or money on that.
I think so.
Or compromise with
Let me check.
Okay.
You guys got science?
The point is, the point I'm trying, do you have a list? What are some of the things on your list that are easy to compromise about? Or
Nothing.
to come to agreement about?
Oh. Eating junk food, but.
What
I
to
don't
eat,
really
that's
compromise
easy.
that.
What to eat, yeah, those are easy.
You compromise with yourself.
That's sure. Oh, good, yep,
It's like
that would
eating
be
a
a
bag of food.
compromise. If mom says 9:30 and you want 10, you might compromise and say 9:45. Okay,
I
that
never-
sounds good.
I'm never in bed at 9:30.
So we can all agree that it's easier to reach some compromises than others, like your difficult ones here. Everything, okay, what would be difficult? What would be difficult to compromise about? Freedom of speech maybe? Those kind of things. Now we're getting into the big 11th grade, big things.
Freedom on beach.
You know, things that involve like moral issues, and that might be more
Yeah.
difficult to compromise.
When my family are going now, we have to compromise on things.
Yes, and agree. Some might not wanna do one thing and others might wanna do something, so you have to make an agreement.
The hand raising method works better.
Usually it's when we're going later.
Well,
We agree by raising hands in our house.
the argument
Whoever wants to
starts.
try.
Usually,
no fingers in
when me and my
Yeah.
dad.
We all raise our
and
hand.
we get our own.
well, what I'm trying to get at today is that,
Did you read it?
we'll focus. What I'm trying to get, and the reason I had you do this little activity is that we're gonna look at major issues that led to differences in our country. You looked at some in the north and the south when we did our English. Okay, there were things that really rocked the foundation of our country when people believed in different things. Parts of our country, people in Virginia started calling themselves Virginians, or Ohioans, or South Carolinians. We weren't really in that
Ohio.
focus of America. Yeah, Ohioans? I don't know. I'm sorry, I picked the wrong
It sounds
one.
like Ohio.
Oh, no, no, that wouldn't get it. Wouldn't be what the one I was
I
talking
don't think
about.
we have it.
So, Americans, you guys, I have you sectioned off, but I'm thinking visually. In America at the time, different parts of the country believed that their economy and their culture were more important than others in different areas, and there were various reasons for that. I know we talked about the North and the South in our English unit that we were doing. I don't need to write this on the board, but I am gonna say this to you. You don't need to get your books out. That people in America had very different concerns for their lives. And they wanted to know how to appropriate public lands. They wanted to know how to protect their products, how to improve their life, and finally and foremost, what to do about slavery. And each section of the country had different, very different ideas on this. In a moment, I'm gonna let you do an activity about the North and the South, but I just wanted to give you a brief summary of what we're going to do with this. Because this topic of sectionalism divided our country. You've already gone over the Civil War in English, and I don't want to confuse you, but sectionalism divided our country. I see that you're writing down everything, and I thank you. What was that?
Me.
Going back to a house divided against itself, what do you think Abraham Lincoln meant by that? If we weren't united, what would happen?
Our country will have fallen.
That's right. That's where we're going. In order to continue to exist as a nation, we had to be truly unified in every way. And I think what President Lincoln was referring to was the many differences that were dividing the nation, and that's what sectionalism is. Differences that divided our nation. I had my really good expo marker, but now I don't know where it is. This is the round one that Mr. Ringling makes from a point to a round one.
Just set one on the desk right there.
He's laughing back there, but he knows
I do.
differences that divided our nation,